Hello everybody, Eric Whiting here. Today I'm going to read you a writing experiment I did earlier this week. Basically, as a writer, most of the time when I tackle a project I'm real serious about, like a script specifically, I become real bogged down with making sure every detail is right, making sure there's no inconsistencies that I can find, and just making sure that it makes sense for what it's supposed to be as a whole before I send it off for other people to read. So, just to clear a lot of cobwebs, I decided to sit down and just start writing every ridiculous random thought that was on my mind while writing this incredibly harsh story that I just wanted to write to make everyone laugh. And if you're having a bad day, hopefully you can vent your frustrations by listening to this. So, this story is called Exit Out. No, I can't remember the name of my own story. Oh, yeah. The story is called Exit Only, and I hope you enjoy it. Here it goes. He is risen. Hayden, an effeminate man with an incredibly weak demeanor that lacks even the most remote hint of virility, goes about his day desperately proclaiming how macho he is. But unfortunately for him, his squeaky clean, gritty as baby oil appearance totally undoes any sense of physical prowess. The only thing Hayden does more than brag about his non-existent machismo is brag about how hetero he is. With each passing second, he desperately monitors his every move to not appear gay, even though nobody believes him. As Hayden walks outside, he notices that the sky is red, with swirling patterns. Suddenly, a large spider with a face resembling a demonic Jesus stands before him and cackles.
Hey, bitch, get over here. I've got a load to blow. No, mister. I don't bottom for anybody. I don't have sex with men ever, and there's no way I ever will. You know what? I'm gonna fuck you anyway. You know why? 'Cause I'm stronger than you. So bend over, bitch.
Spider cackles. Hayden, suddenly standing outside in his tighty whities for some reason, is tied down and bent over a chair while pleading,
No, I'm a man.
in his effeminate, completely unimposing voice that gets bitchier and higher with every breath. Spider cackles again.
You're not a man. You're just a little ninny mittens. Isn't that right, everybody?
Spider turns to a crowd of people watching, who all point and laugh, while Hayden, still tied up in his underwear, proclaims in his even higher voice,
I'm a man. I'm really a man.
as the giant spider prepares to fuck him with his spiked dick. Suddenly, Hayden's alarm echoes through the air and awakens him. Back to reality after that horrible dream. Hayden gets dressed in his usual preppy getup and steps into the kitchen. Upon entering, he sees a few zombie-like drug addicts lying on the filthy, blood-stained floor of his kitchen, strung out, some smoking crack pipes, others with needles still in their arms. Hayden gets into his hilariously misinformed goody-goody mode of I'll tell you what masculinity he believes in, as he tells the drug addicts,
Now listen here, misters. You need to get out of my kitchen right now.
Oh, Brad said we could stay here, groaned one of the junkies.
Well, I'll see about that.
Hayden steps outside to go to work, hoping to find his roommate Brad, whom he also works with. As he steps outside, he is surprised to see a group of dinosaurs rolling on the street in front of his house, pointing and laughing at a slack-jawed, donkey-dentured bumblefuck who's standing on top of a bulldozer, confused and mumbling to himself. The jolly Stegosaurus rolls back and forth, holding his sides. The T-Rex, to the best of his ability, holds his side while wheezing with laughter, and the Triceratops points and cackles. Hayden pipes up to the Triceratops.
Excuse me, what's all the commotion about?
The Triceratops answered, We told him he got a promotion today and he totally bought it. He doesn't even have a job. Hayden was confused, but continued on. As he walked by a house, he saw two young children playing outside in the front. He merely looked in their direction for 1 second and was suddenly caught off guard by a loud voice. Hey, cocksucker! Yes, you! Don't you ignore me! You want a piece of this? A fat man with male pattern baldness stands outside and walks over to his kids. Yes, you! I'm talking to you, shithead! No fucking look at my kids like that! Hayden flips him off. With a repulsive, flabby gut and a bald head, there's no way this guy could overpower him. Oh, I see how it is. How about I pull up my big fucking gun, asshole! Fat man pulls out a large rifle from inside his pants, cocks it and aims it at Hayden, who calmly puts his hands up and walks away. What a fucking pussy! See that, kids? Don't grow up to be like that! Hayden arrives at his workplace. an office building in which he dispenses typewriter fluid for European kings who are looking for pro-Islamic lesbian steak rub recipes. Business has been slow lately. He walks by his green alien friend Jimmy, to whom he says hi. Hayden then sits down at his desk and, in the corner, sees his roommate and coworker Brad.
Excuse me, mister. Who said those junkies could flop on our kitchen floor like that?
I did.
Well, did I say that was okay?
Do you matter? Brad, his roommate, is younger, much better looking, much stronger, with an appearance that shows more than the slightest semblance of physical prowess. Brad is physically and mentally superior to Hayden in every way possible, and anyone who walks by and looks at the two of them together for even 1 second can see that, and automatically makes judgments about Hayden from this alone. Hayden is threatened by this, but will never admit it. He thinks to himself, and suddenly pipes up with glee.
I really like vagina.
If you like it so much, why don't you penetrate it?
Oh, I do. All the time. Sometimes I even lick it or use my fingers or give it a good stroke when I can get a good firm grip on the shaft. I mean the clivia.
Well, I live with you and I never see it with women. Suddenly, a sexy as hell East European woman in her early 40s, decked out in leather, walks to their office.
Hi, is Hayden there? Yes, that would be me.
Hayden responds with his campy, unintimidating soprano voice ever higher.
I'm Simone. I'm here for training today. Do you have time to help me? Well, of course I do.
Brad pipes up. Whatever you're thinking, don't bother. I'm gonna fuck her first.
No way. I'm the one she asked for.
Hayden responds with a voice that suggests his balls have ascended to prepubescent levels. I don't fucking care what she asked. I know I'm gonna fuck her before you will. Even if you fuck her, she will just think of me and wish you were as good.
Oh, fuck you.
That's what she's gonna do. Hayden goes to a corner, away from his other coworkers.
I gotta be ready for her. Time to pump up my jam.
Hayden begins doing burpees while grunting as loud as he can and counting
1, 2, 3, 4.
As he continues, his grunts become lighter and his
1, 2, 3, 4s
devolve into rhythmic
1, 2, 3, 4s.
As bouncy show tunes music starts to play from the speakers in the workplace.
Stop that, I almost broke out into song again.
Hayden pumps up his arms in a gorilla-like pose and marches to see Simone. Hayden trains Simone briefly while alone. He awkwardly fumbles and tries to impress her. She seems good-natured and laughs at some of his pathetic, wholesome jokes that will be instantly forgotten when they're finished, just like Hayden. In a good mood, Hayden approaches his alien friend Jimmy to ask for advice on how to do something nice for Simone.
That taco place up the street is pretty good. Why don't you surprise her with something from there? Did you know my mom's dead? Tacos, good idea. Oh, what's worth getting there? Their taco salad with guacamole is pretty good. I don't know about that. Vaccines cause autism.
While Hayden's gone, Simone approaches Brad in his office and asks him if Hayden is single. Hayden? He's as gay as a $3 ruble. I'm surprised you didn't notice. With a body like yours, there's no way he'd ever fuck you, even if he had a cock. Simone looks disappointed. I, on the other hand, am not gay. Did I also mention I'm 6'3" and make $500,000 a year? Hayden returns to work with 2 taco salads.
Hello, Simone,
he calls out. While looking around for Simone, he hears orgasmic moaning, clearly the result of mind-blowing sex that he is incapable of giving even a fraction of to anyone, even a sofa. He opens the office door to find Simone, nude on all fours, getting fucked hard from behind by Brad. Moaning because it's fucking amazing, and Hayden has no chance of living up to that kind of performance at any point in his life. Hayden retreats to the lunchroom, devastated. He begins to cry.
No, you fucking pussy! Men don't cry! Men don't cry! You fucking coward!
He continues to bellow like a rejected Omega male who has not yet accepted his subservient place in the grand scheme of natural significance. Suddenly, Simone bursts into the room in ecstasy.
Hi, Hayden. What's that you got?
Well, I got you a taco salad.
Oh, thank you.
She proceeds to eat the taco salad.
This salad is good, but compared to what I just experienced, it doesn't come close to anything Brad gave me. He's just so,
Hayden looks crushed. Simone calms down from reminding Hayden of how much he fails compared to his superiors, who will experience many awesome things in life without having to put much effort into obtaining them because they're fucking awesome.
Oh, sorry. It's just, well, you heard us. Those moans of ecstasy, those were for me. He's so good. Oh, he moves so well. He's so big. He just, Oh, sorry, I can't help myself.
Hayden sits there in sorrow, which he probably deserves somehow. Simone calmly touches his hand to insultingly patronize him in a way that feels like pouring salt into your dickhole wound.
It's okay. I'm sorry you won't be able to experience what we had. You see, he doesn't like to fuck men. But I'm sure it will take no effort for you to find someone much stronger and more virile than you who does like to fuck men. And this rugged beast will gladly dominate you in ways you are physically and mentally incapable of.
Over the next few weeks, Hayden falls into a severe depression and cries secretly while punching himself for crying. He also loses the ability to get an erection. This becomes extra humiliating when he's sitting in a pizza place and overhears a jolly 3-year-old proclaim,
Sometimes my pee-pee grows bigger and bigger.
After realizing he can't do something a child can do, Hayden develops cancer in his balls. He decides to visit a doctor. Well, if you want to live, then your junk's gotta go. Cancer spread to your peenie-weenie, too.
Hey, don't call it that.
Well, whatever you call it, you have to lose it if you want to live.
Oh, maybe I don't want to live anymore.
Don't be so hard on yourself. All your life you've been nothing but an impotent, unimposing flat loaf who goes through life unnoticed by everyone around you. So your life without genitals won't be any different. It'll be basically the same, just people will respect you significantly less if that's even possible. Take some time to think about it. But don't waste your life. It's a brave choice choosing to be totally benign. Somebody has to do it. Otherwise, those of us with a success will have nobody to be superior to. Hayden thinks long and hard about it, and decides to have his genitals totally removed. On his way home from the hospital, he just happens to pass by many couples passionately making love in the street while moaning loudly to advertise how amazing it is. He also walks by an orgy.
Care to join us?
Asked one of the women in the orgy. Don't bother, he has no dick, I can tell, said one of the others. Hayden mopes around town and more with a hunched back and a T-Rex posture with his little pencil arms outstretched. A passing T-Rex notices this and calls him racist. With nowhere to turn, Hayden once again confides in his alien friend Jimmy. Have you thought about dying, just like my mommy did, to get away from me?
Well, yeah, all the time. It's not worth living like this. If I was dead, at least I wouldn't feel so worthless and I could help the earth by fertilizing it. Oh, but how to do it?
Oh, I hate the thought of cutting myself, and oh god, I can't think of hanging myself. Oh god. Oh, maybe if I just shot myself and got it over with real quickly. That could be good. Hey, wait! Chicks totally dig guys who have attempted suicide or even just thought about it. That's a great idea. Jimmy, you're a genius.
Hayden then mopes like a T-Rex over to a woman who's minding her own business at a coffee shop.
Hey, pretty lady.
Hi, she answers coldly. Hayden plops himself down at her table.
Oh, didn't I tell you I thought of killing myself recently?
Oh, poor baby. I'm so sorry to hear that. If you ever need someone to talk to, please call me. Here's my number.
Wow, that was easy. Why didn't I try this years ago?
He thought to himself. Hayden approaches another woman who's sitting on a bench. He does the same routine. She gives him her number. He seems happier. Hayden then approaches a female mouse that's sitting around minding her own business at a bar.
Hey there, mouse. You're awfully cute. Did I tell you I thought of killing myself last week? Really? Did you ever have cold steel in your mouth with your finger on the trigger ready to go, but didn't pull it because you didn't think the caliber would do the job? No. And have you ever taken so many pills that you permanently fucked up your hearing? Oh, no. Then shut the fuck up! Oh, you're right.
Hayden groans as he shuffles away.
Submissive cunt!
Hayden then approaches Jimmy again.
Well, I've got to step up my game with this suicide sympathy thing. You're an alien. Do you have some kind of ailment that will put my life in danger for a few days, but will let me not die when I find the antidote?
Yes, I have a magic potion right here. It takes 3 days to die from it. Trust me, you'll be in so much pain that you'll not want to die anymore, and you will really value your life.
Sounds good. I'll take it.
Hayden drinks the potion, surprised by how sweet it is, and waits for an extended amount of time. 1 day later, he becomes deathly ill, barely able to move, in constant agonizing pain with no relief in sight. He groans on the floor of his kitchen, with all the drug addicts who regularly hang out there. Hayden tries desperately to ignore Simone's orgasmic moans from the other room, as Brad fucks her for the umpteenth time that day. On the next day, Hayden is still ill, much more so than before.
Oh, I really don't want to die anymore.
He calls Jimmy, who teleports into the kitchen somehow.
Jimmy,
Can you please give me the antidote?
What antidote? I never said anything about that.
What?
Yeah, I just gave you antifreeze. I never said anything about a cure. I just said it would take a few days and you would really not want to die anymore. Wow, you're pathetic. Enjoy the last miserable day of your life. The air gets really painful towards the end. I've gotta go. I have a life to enjoy.
Hayden groans and cries in pain on the floor as Simone's orgasmic moans grow increasingly louder, filling his eardrums with shame and a final reminder of failure before the endless black void he soon faces. The end. Thanks for listening. I'll see you again whenever I make another video. Ciao.